We all want to be living a more sustainable existence, and growing edible plants is just one way you can do it. Being conscious of the fertilisers and chemicals we use in taking care of them is equally important. That's why controlled release fertilisers are so important because, well, they're a lot better for the environment than fast release conventional plant foods. Osmocote is one of the best known fertilisers around. There's no doubt that you've bought plants from the garden centre and found the little prills sitting in the top of the pot. Now that's because it's the choice of the professional grower right around the world. Now the reason they choose this fertiliser is because it releases the nutrients slowly. Each one of these little prills, once they get wet, slowly starts breaking down. Now it's because bacteria start eating away at the soya coating. And this allows nutrients to leach very, very slowly to the plant's roots, feeding them in small amounts every day. Some people consider Osmocote a synthetic or in some ways an unnatural fertiliser, but it's not. The minerals that make up the nutrient base are of course natural, and the coating is soy-based. And now it's been boosted by some organics that are making it one of the ultimate all-round garden fertilisers. Now the organic components of this are absolutely fabulous. It's got blood and bone, composted manures, fish, seaweed and even gypsum. And each one of these individually is incredibly good for the soil. But when you put them together, they make the most fantastic soil improver. And as a fertiliser, well, they're actually feeding the ground as well as feeding the plant. The exciting thing for me is the formulations have been developed for specific purposes. For example, roses, gardenias and camellias need different nutrients at different levels, and this has been taken into account with specialised blends. For instance, fruit trees like citrus require large amounts of specific types of nutrients. They require lots of magnesium to green the leaves and keep them a nice lush green. They also require trace elements in larger quantities. Now this helps them sustain lots and lots of fruit, allows the fruit to get bigger, plumper and juicier. So it's absolutely critical you add these types of nutrients in extra proportions for these types of trees. Now when you are putting them into the ground, you're enriching the soil. So you're actually fertilising the soil, making it healthier, and this helps sustain the tree well after it's produced its crop. Growing citrus is something we should all do. They're so good for us. You can grow them as espalier trees along narrow pathways or as feature plants in large tubs, or as the most stunning clipped verge trees. Now it is critical that you remember that all citrus require good quality soil and a regular water supply. Not lots of water, just a steady supply. Now it's important to remember that growing citrus is easy, and if you don't have lots of room, grow them in a pot. They do really well. But the most important thing to remember is make sure that you give them a feed twice a year with this stuff. It's all they need to look fantastic all year round.